What's up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of the Deaths of the Asia. It's so much that we got to talk about tonight. We need to talk about Lizzo and her accusations, Jess Hilarious versus the trans community, Erykah Badu shading Beyonce for absolutely no reason, Summer Walker and Lil Meech, they done broke up, and then also Cat is pregnant. Child, somebody done got Cat pregnant. If y'all don't know who Cat is, I'm gonna show y'all a video when we get to that part to bring y'all up to speed on who Kat is and the reason why this is a thing that we're talking about, her being pregnant and trying to figure out who done it. Okay, so we're gonna start off with Lizzo. So Lizzo has been accused of having her former dancers eating bananas out of workers' hoo-ha in Amsterdam. They were said that they were forced to do that, and then the way that she would reward them for doing that was she would, give them lavish trips, private jets and all that, or what have you. Also, someone accused her of body shaming as well. So Lizzo has since been sued for these accusations, and all of this is alleged right now, but I'm going to be honest with you. I actually think it's true. The reason why I think it's true because Lizzo is the type of person, she has no problem with being inappropriate and doing things in certain spaces that it'll make you think like, girl, you doing way too much. It don't even take all of that. And it ain't got nothing to do with her size. It's just like when she went to that basketball game and she had her butt cut out in a t-shirt. You sitting on the seats and everything, like you literally have on a t-shirt and you have your butt cut out of the t-shirt with a thong on. That's way too much. Twerking and doing all of that with a little jersey dress on that's not covering up anything in the middle of the park somewhere while somebody playing on a banjo and you playing a flute. That's not what's up. And I think that those things are true because Lizzo did say on an interview once before that she was interested in doing something like that herself, as far as eating a banana from somebody's hoo-ha. I guess it's some type of thing with the fruit. I don't know. But my thing is this: if Lizzo did do it, she need to go to jail. She need to get locked up. What she did need to get handled the same way when men do stuff to people. It's no different. Harassment is harassment at the end of the day. And I just think that in this particular situation, people do need to kind of wait until everything comes out. But a lot of things are just very telling. And when men do things, we don't necessarily wait till everything come out. We should, but we don't. But everything is very telling. That's just like that song she had, Rumors. She said, all the rumors are true. Yeah, all the rumors are true. Yeah. What rumors? Because the thing is nobody was spreading rumors about Lizzo. People will probably clown her because of her weight and her antics, but nobody was spreading rumors about her. So it probably was some little chattering or whatever going on in the background that she had caught wind of, some whistleblowers or whatnot, where she felt as though she need to put the pen to the pad and write about it, because what were the rumors? When people are into certain things and they have a guilty conscience, if you pay attention to what they do, how they do it, what they say, when they say it, you could kind of pick up breadcrumbs along the way to lead you to the truth. And if you think about how she behaves, how inappropriate she can be at times, and also that song, it's given she did it. It's just given that. I hope she didn't. I really, really hope she didn't. But it's given she did. I'm of the belief that she did do it. But she'll have her day in court and be able to speak her speech. As of right now, she hadn't came out and made any statements or anything like that. I don't even think she's going to, but it's not looking good. It's not looking good at all. And these people get this money and they get so far over their head and they just find all the weirdest stuff to get into, and it's not of the Lord. It's just not of the Lord. But anyway, enough of Lizzo. Let's go ahead and talk about this Jess Hilarious mess. No pun intended. Just have a just with the mess. My news is real. Anyway, so there was this transgender or this trans woman that came online and was talking about how women are not the gatekeepers of menstrual cycles. And it started this big conversation, and I'm not gonna hold y'all. I'm not gonna stay on this subject long at all because I'm tired. I'm tired of the conversation because at the end of the day, the conversation leads to nowhere, right? I wasn't even going to talk about this, but since, I had combed my hair today, I was like, let me jump on live or whatever and just give these people a little piece of my mind and talk about some of the things that has been trending, because at first I was like, I am not even finna touch this BS because I'm tired. Because to be honest with you, it's only us black people that's having this weird ass conversation. You get what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, what these trans people are saying, at the end of the day, when you get done having a conversation or jumping online talking about women, natural born women are not the gatekeepers of cycles and all of that, I'm not finna argue with you about it for the simple fact of you already think that you're something different than what you were born as, like, biologically. You think that in your head, you woke up one day and you think that you're something different than what you were born as, right? So we are dealing with a bit of delusion there. You get what I'm saying? Then you also want to start talking about women are not the gatekeepers of cycles and all of that. What does having an argument with them do? It doesn't do anything, because at the end of the day, we know that we have all of the things that you have to have in order to bleed once a month. And quiet as it's kept, we don't want it. If we could give it to, I can speak on all women of the world. All natural born women of the world. I can speak on all natural born women of the world. We don't want it. If we could hand it off and give it to somebody else, we'll give it to y'all. If we could not be the ones that had to carry the babies or whatever and go through that labor pain, we would give it to y'all. Please trust and believe. If we could hand that off, I promise you, I don't know now woman on this planet that would tell you that if she could give it off, that she wouldn't. Because it's not fun, and I just come to realize that we're having these arguments that lead to nothing, because at the end of the day, it doesn't change the facts. The fact of the matter is we have the parts, they don't have the parts. So while we're arguing about genitalia and reproductive organs and things like that, why? It's just crazy. But a thing that had bothered me about it, when Jess Hilarious came out and talked about it, she was pretty much saying basically the same thing that I was saying, but it was just a little bit longer. And everybody, some of the most famous transgender people that we know, like Laverne Cox, TX Madison, they came out and they spoke on everything but what she was talking about. And it's like they gaslighting and they deflecting and everything. And T.S. Madison came out talking about, natural born women just be mad because, they try to compete with us with looks, and they get mad because they get mistaken for transgenders and all of this. And tell us how you really feel. You get what I'm saying? Because that's not even the conversation. So what the hell is you talking about, T.S. Madison? That's not even a conversation. And as much as people rally behind T.S. Madison and Laverne Cox pretty much did the same thing. Bitch got up here crying with no tear in sight. As much as people rally around them and much as we have like embraced them as women, and for it to be one chance, this one crazy ass person gets online and say we're not the gatekeepers of cycles, and this one time where there could be some unity where it's just like, damn, I would have thought someone like T.S. Madison or Laverne Cox would have came out and been like, hold on now, you know what I'm saying? Old girl that got on her and said that was dead ass wrong. Like, we ain't even worried about that. We not even tripping off that. This is this one person that got this to say. You get what I'm saying? And that's not even how we think. Like, I'm sure y'all don't want to bleed, and trust, we don't want to bleed either. And that would just been as simple as that. But instead of doing that, they start adding fuel to the fire. So it makes me think like how you really feel. You get what I'm saying? Because even when Jess Hilarious had mentioned that it's a mental illness, it is. At the end of the day, it is a mental thing. This shit is going on in your head, right? And what's wrong with it's not the shame of mental thing. Call the thing a thing. If you call it what it is, then we will be, instead of y'all trying to rename everything because you thought something in your head, how about calling what you're going through what it is? That way, you won't be trying to push things on people in a way to make people accept the fact that you got something else going on in your head that is outside of the scope of, biology, outside the scope of reality. Like y'all in some kind of parallel universe at this particular point, because at the end of the day, you were born a male. Trans men don't do this because they was born a female. So they walk the earth and they have to deal with patriarchy and all of that. Trans men are not going into natural born men spaces and try to overpower and rename things and all of that or whatever. Trans women are not even going into natural born heterosexual men spaces and doing that because they'll get killed, right? But they come into our space because they are still males. So they come into our space and they try to overpower because one, if we fight you, we can't whoop your ass because you're still biologically a man. You get what I'm saying? Then on top of that, you still live most of your life as a boy. You're dressing up as a woman. You got the aesthetic of a woman. You try to carry on the mannerism of a woman or whatever the case may be. But the only person that I know so far that was able to live out the fact that they are a transgender or they feel like they're not the gender that they were assigned at birth from a very young age is Zaya Wade. So everybody else, y'all been to live 2 and 3 decades out of y'all life. Y'all 18, 19, 20, 30 some years old before y'all get to fully transition. So really you've been living your whole life as a boy, right? So you've been able to benefit off of patriarchy and what comes with being a boy and dominating female spaces. So that's what it is. And it's no competition there. It's no competition there. And these trans people be trying to make it seem like natural born women are in competition with them. We're not in competition with y'all. We have, if anybody else have embraced the trans women or the trans community, period, we have. Black women have. And that's the reason why it's almost like a stab in the back, because we have embraced the transgender community. You get what I'm saying? So sitting up here talking about, oh, it's some type of competition or whatever, baby, it's not no competition, because even though you could get the man 9 times out of 10, he's most likely gonna fuck you and kill you. You know what I'm saying? So we're not in competition with that. You know what I'm saying? You got to be hidden. He can't walk around loud and proud with you on his arm or whatever, because he's scared of how society is going to look at him or whatever the case may be. So no, we're not in competition with that. Please trust and believe. And I'm so sick and tired of transgender people talking about, oh, you transphobic. Nobody is scared of y'all. Do y'all know the root word that y'all talking about, the derivative of phobia? Like, what are you talking about? Phobia means to fear something, right? So why are y'all using that word? somebody is transphobic. No, nobody is scared of y'all. And nobody has a problem with, I know black women as a whole, there are gonna be some that don't, but black women, more often than not, we respect the fact that y'all going through whatever it is that y'all going through, and that's absolutely okay. But this whole weird conversation about your parts versus my parts, and we got to now call ourselves something different because you want to feel comfortable. I'm done with that, because here's the thing. I'm done with it because y'all don't want us to call y'all the wrong pronouns. Y'all want us to call y'all a certain thing. Y'all do not get to come and say, because you call yourself a natural born woman, I'm offended. When I'm really a natural born woman. I'm a natural born female, and I'm a natural born woman. I was naturally born a female with a genitalia, and I was naturally assimilated in society as I grew up as the social construct of a woman, because that's what y'all be relying on. It's like woman is actually, and man and woman is actually a social construct. I'm all of that. I'm the woman I'm the little girl that had to grow up naturally in this world and to grow and naturally develop into a woman. And I was born with a genitalia that goes along with that journey. It's just like a motherfucking tadpole turning into a frog. Y'all motherfuckers, y'all thinking y'all the tadpoles that get to turn into a butterfly or some shit. We did a natural metamorphosis from a little girl, a little fetus with a vagina that grew up into a big grown ass woman. That was just a natural meta forces, or whatever the fuck them frogs and metamorphosis. That was just a natural transition, like a tadpole to a frog, or whatever the case may be. It was a natural transition, a natural evolution. We went through an evolution of growth. Y'all going through a fucking transition. It's a difference. Ain't nothing in science. They ain't never called nothing in science, nothing in no book that walked this earth goes through a process of transition. It's metamorphosis, evolution, or what have you, right? Y'all going through a transition. That's something totally different. And if that's what you think in your head, that's absolutely okay. I did a video some time ago and I was talking about this, and people tried to jump on Jess because she called it what it is. People can accept the fact that, okay, this is something that is mentally going on in your head, and this is what you feel, and you choose to live like this, and this is how you see yourself. No one should hurt or harm you or disrespect you, because that's how you woke up and that's how you started to see yourself for whatever. That's absolutely okay. But you do not get to infringe upon others, and others do not get to infringe upon you. Calling this shit a mental illness, it does nothing but just put things in perspective. It just didn't say nothing wrong, because at the end of the day, this is something that's going on in your head. So that's mental. You think, you thought, that's mental. And if you're thinking that you're something that you were not assigned by God or the higher powers or the universe, because whatever the case may be, that's the only thing that makes your genitalia or the XY chromosomes or whatever, for whatever reason, you felt like the XY chromosomes was mixed up in a way and fucked you around. And if you feel like that and think that in your head, that's between you and your head. That's the space that you're in. The voices in your head telling you that you a girl. That's fine. But don't be trying to change up everything, because this is the way that you try to live your life or what have you. And coming out with all of this, going back and forth. It was somebody else today that was saying they're gonna tell, I forgot the dude's name, but he one of the actors that came out and said that he is attracted to trans women. He was actually on their side, and he said natural born woman. And they was like, no. You cannot say natural born woman. You have to say cisgender that consistently lived her life as she was ex-signed at birth. Shut the fuck up talking to me. I'm not finna do all of that. Bitch, you the one transitioning. You the one gotta get the putting all this stuff in front of what you got going on. Bitch, you ain't finna put nothing in front of my womanhood. Cause I ain't have to transition into it. You did. You need to be if anybody finna be getting all of these adjectives and prefixes and all this old kind of stuff added to their experience here on earth, is y'all. I'm not finna, I don't give a fuck who get offended by me saying natural born woman. I don't have a problem with saying cisgender. I don't have a problem if a trans say, or just to, put things in perspective, cisgender don't bother me. Like if someone says, oh, she a cisgender woman, I say cisgender man, cisgender woman, or what have you. That part, that don't bother me. I don't have a problem with that. Because, I mean, shit, it's in a dictionary. But you can't, and it is something scientific, but all at the same time, you cannot tell me I have to accept this, and I can't call myself a natural born woman, and you get to call yourself whatever the hell you want to call yourself. You get what I'm saying? You got people that's running around, they think it's just a man right now that done paid millions of dollars for it, and he think he a dog. We don't know what the hell going on in China, but we got motherfuckers thinking they're a bear at the zoo. They really in a cage in the zoo thinking that they bears. You get what I'm saying? What's the difference with this? So let's just keep it cute. Ain't no issue, ain't no beef, but quit making it a beef. Like nobody is even having I don't see heterosexual or even just cisgender women, natural born women, whatever you want to call it. We're not out here starting these conversations. We're responding to these conversations being had. And a lot of people try to say, well, we be trying to protect our space, and we have our space, and some people have said that the space that we try to protect, it does not exist. Let me tell you something. Our space, when we talk about our space and protecting our space as women, especially Black women, we already deal with and experience so much as it is. Our space is not a thing where there's no allowance for other people to enter and be themselves. It's more so, don't want to be welcome or assimilate yourself with women, and then you start trying to tell them how to be and changing the rules. Like, that's not cool. That's just like, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. That's just like, I remember there was this big conversation that was going on social media where a lot of heterosexual cisgender women and stuff like that, they were getting mad at gay boys for saying fish. Well, fish is something that is part of their culture. That's ballroom culture. It doesn't mean what we think it means, right? I didn't think it was cool for women to get mad because they say fish, because that's y'all thing. That's y'all space. You get what I'm saying? That's where y'all able to be free and do y'all thing or whatever the case may be. We really don't have a right to tell y'all, hey, don't use the word fish, when this something that y'all use amongst each other that has absolutely nothing to do with us. That's just like a white person telling us, bitch, don't use the word nigga. No, this is our thing. This is our space. We could use it. You can't use it. You get what I'm saying? That's just like even with some of the slang. What if we start changing it up and try to claim rights to saying things like shade and tea and yes, God, honey. That's gay boy lingo. You get what I'm saying? That's LGBTQ lingo. So what if all of a sudden people start infringing upon y'all? That's y'all space. That's y'all thing. When you hear somebody saying certain things, you already know where that come from, because that's y'all space. So it's like, if y'all allow people to be in your space, you're not going to allow them to come in and get the change in the rules, though. and just changing stuff up. And it's just a matter of like, fuck respecting just us. Respect science and respect biology, respect what it is. All of this trying to switch the stuff up and having a dumbass conversation about who own the rights to cycles and all. When you get done, you can't bleed. Why are we having that conversation? Like T.S. Madison even made a post talking about well, I can have kids too. My members function as well. We know you have a dick. But in order for you to have a kid, you're going to have sex with a natural born woman. Right? Even if it's a trans man, it's still a natural born woman. She still has all of the things that's needed in order for y'all to have a child. So yes, T.S. Madison, you can have a baby. You were born with a dick. What are you saying? Like, that's crazy. I could have a kid. Yeah, okay, yeah, you can. Whoop-de-doo. Dumbass conversation. Anyway, man, we're gonna have to cut that out. Let's talk about somebody else that done lost their damn mind. Erykah Badu. I don't know what Erykah Badu be going through or whatever the case may be, but y'all know how I am when it comes down to these hoes and these head wraps. Don't nobody fool me with their aesthetic. I look at their behavior, whatever. Erykah Badu, I'm talking about one of the greatest musicians that ever done touched the mic. Music, dope, fire as fuck. But that's where it stops for me. I'm not one of those people that just put people up on a pedestal that I do not know. I don't know the lady personally. I don't know what she do. From what I could tell, she's no different than anybody else. She got the whole industry girl kit, 3 baby daddies, 3 different kids, never been married before, whatever. He can turn a man into a weirdo, but somehow she just can't keep him. Similar to Summer Walker, she got the whole Erykah Badu trajectory with a BBW. That's the only difference. Her and Erykah Badu about the same, but the only difference is Summer Walker got the BBL, but they about on the same trajectory, if you ask me. But I know a lot of people gonna feel some type of way because they like, oh my God, this is mother and all this, so she's a witch and all that kind of shit. Bitch, I could go buy some crystals too and get the shaking jars up, so whatever. You know what I'm saying? But Erykah Badu found it necessary for her to shade Beyonce. So everybody be wearing these top hats from Pharrell, Abraham Lincoln, Beyonce, Erykah Badu. Everybody wear hats, right? And Erykah Badu wear these top hats all the time, and I'm sick of it. But she wear these heavy hats all the time or whatever. Now, Beyonce came out on stage with a silver hat on, similar to the one that she had on in the Formation thing. She posted a picture. Here come Erykah Badu. I feel flattered. Flattered for what? Then she came back and made a post talking about I guess I'm everyone's stylist, and had Beyonce picture up. That was shady as hell. And people was posting pictures of Erykah Badu being with Beyonce. And also that Beyonce talked about Erykah Badu, mentioned Erykah Badu in the song. She have given her flowers. Everybody was like, oh, her and Erykah are cool. Let me tell you something. You could be cool with a person one day and they could be hating on you and shading you the next. Just because you done took pictures and some photos. I'm pretty sure it's a lot of people that y'all done hung around, that y'all done took pictures with, that you turned out that bitch really was a hater, right? Because there was no reason for that. It was very much given when Kris Jenner thought that Beyonce had dressed up as her for Halloween, when Beyonce had dressed up like Toni Braxton. It was given it because I'm like, Erykah Badu, what the hell, of all things? You need to be somewhere mentoring and talking to Summer Walker, but maybe you ain't the best person to talk to her because, like I said, y'all both got the same goddamn trajectory. You know what I'm saying? But that was crazy. For what? One thing, I know it's a lot of people that be acting like Beyonce is God and she can't do no wrong. That ain't it with me. But one thing I do know about Beyonce, she don't bother. She don't even talk to us. So what you worrying about that lady for? And then too, because y'all are in the same industry, and it's high fashion in the industry. Anybody subject to wear any weird outfit or something that's similar that look the same. Like, why is you starting a beef with somebody that ain't even finna beef with you? Like, I don't like when people get to fucking with somebody that they know they not gonna say nothing back to them. Beyonce not gonna say nothing back to her or nobody else. So why you even bothering this lady? That was just a cheap shot. And people, oh, Erykah Badu got this dark humor. Erykah Badu this, and the bitch just a weirdo. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. You're awkward as a motherfucker. And you don't understand social cues, obviously. All the meditating, the sage, and the Palo Santo, and crystals, or whatever kind of little voodoo magic you got going on over there, it ain't helping with no social cues, and it ain't helping you to learn how to leave folks the fuck alone. You get what I'm saying? So I don't want to even hear all of that. I don't put nobody on no pedestal. I don't praise nobody or whatever the case may be, because people want to make it seem like Erykah Badu is it's like a big old witch or whatever the case may be. Well, goddamn it, Beyonce a bigger witch, bitch, if that's the case. And all of that is allegedly. I don't know what's going on with them people in their business or whatever, but all that witch talk, and let me tell you something. This be coming from people who 9 times out of 10, they probably a Christian or something. And they think like being people saying that they are a witch and do magic, or they in touch with, spirituality, the spirit realm and all of that. It's really not that deep, because you a spirit too. You have that same power, everything, that essence within you. You just haven't tapped into it. You get what I'm saying? So now you looking at other people like there's some type of deity, and they walk, drink shit, and piss just like you do. You get what I'm saying? But you looking at this old person because they do some fucking music. This bitch don't do nothing but wear weird ass outfits and do music. But all of a sudden it's like, oh my God, I need to bow to her. Fuck that. I don't care who it is. Anyway, let's go ahead and talk about Summer Walker, since I done brought her up enough. So Summer Walker, she done broke up with Lil Meech. I'm glad she didn't have a baby for him before she broke up with him, but she done broke up with Lil Meech. The man was seen in a Ring camera going into somebody's house in the middle of the night. He was going in the house with another BBL. And I don't know how they got on the internet, because if I was the lady, I'd be going across the hall to my neighbor house, whooping her ass. They would have just had to come get me off her ass like right now. That would have still been on her ass at this moment. If you done sent your Ring camera to TMZ in my business and what I got going on. But Lil Meech, he had enough nerve to come out and give a response. That man said that that's his cousin, and he was helping her bringing grocery into the house. Now, nigga, you was going in there eating them grocery. That's what you was doing. You were going in there eating them grocery. But I'm gonna tell you something. I don't even know why the fact that men be cheating end up being new. I mean, we know that men will cheat, right? Why do that be a news? Like, why that be breaking news? These men, we know men, these niggas ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? Men they'll cheat. Now, I'm gonna tell you something. Every man does not cheat on every woman, but a woman gotta think about what's up with her and what she's doing wrong for every man that she get with to cheat on her. Every man Summer Walker done cheated on her. You cannot keep breaking people for the same reason. You need to have another reason why the relationship didn't work besides somebody cheating on you. So now you got to ask yourself, what's wrong with you? I don't like to blame the victim when something is happening to them, but sometimes relationships are designed to teach you a lesson. Relationships are supposed to take you somewhere, whether it's to, greater heights in life or to give you a better understanding of yourself, right? If you're not learning anything, you're going to keep repeating the cycles over and over and over again. And at this particular point, Summer Walker, she just spinning her wheels. She needs to take a break. She needs to sit down and figure out what it is about her. What's going on? What's going on with me for the reason why I keep being in this same scenario. You got to break those cycles. A lot of people be talking about breaking cycles, and the only thing they be talking about is chains of poverty and breaking, financial curses or whatever. You also have to break those type of behavior curses and the things that you keep finding yourself going through that you just try to figure out, like, why, you know, she need to ask herself, like, why you keep on going through that. I don't feel like this type of stuff should be a big deal. It's just regular, normal relationship woes. Men cheat, women cheat, men lie, women lie. Why is it like a big deal in breaking news? And she was talking about, oh, you embarrassed me. Girl, what you embarrassed for? Because everybody else man out here cheating too. So I don't know what you embarrassed for. You don't need to be embarrassed by him cheating. You need to be embarrassed by your decision making. That's what you need to be embarrassed by. Because you keep on picking people, the wrong people over and over again. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's going on with her. But you see who her mentor is. Mentor can't keep nail either. But anyhow, let me see what's going on in these comments before I get the cat. Latrice Freeman say, is this live? Yes, ma'am. John Wesley said, well, T.S. Madison did say that under the latest post. John Wesley said, I think she wanted the attention because she is on tour. Oh, Erykah Badu. Mm-hmm. Oh, and yeah, Erykah Badu was flirting with that man from Snowfall, I think. Facts, Miss Badu should have a window seat. Yes, God, honey. Let me bring up this video about Cat, y'all. So Cat, I think they say she's from Memphis, but I think she's from West Memphis because we not claiming her. West Memphis is Arkansas. I'm from the real Memphis, the Tennessee Memphis, not no damn West Memphis. So I think Cat from West Memphis, we gonna throw her back over the bridge. We gonna keep her in Arkansas, right at the border. But here's a video that she had made before, and it was funny as hell. Let me pull this video up. Let me let y'all listen to it real quick.
Girl, I ate somebody coochie tonight. That shit was hairy as hell. I just ate it anyway because the way she was looking, that bitch needed some head. So I just gave it to her. And I was looking at her like, you want me to eat that? Okay, come on. I feel sorry for you. So I ate her shit and came back up with a long string of hair coming out my throat. I think I still got some more down my throat, but I need to wash my mouth out. I already washed my mouth out, but I just need to double wash. I need to put bleach, pine sol, life.
Oh Lord, so that's Cat, y'all, and Cat then got pregnant, child, and a lot of people were saying, "Oh, who done got Cat pregnant?" They can't believe it. I can't get a text back and all of that. What's going on? Somebody done got Cat pregnant. Now, Cat got a real badass. Cat built. She got a nice shape. So a lot of people, they don't care as long as you got a nice shape. It is what it is. She got a real nice body. But I don't know what's going on with her mentally or physically, whatever kind of condition she has. But I know she wear Pampers and stuff sometimes. But somebody got her pregnant. But Cat, she got a child already. I think her son is a teenager, if I'm not mistaken. So she already has a child. And I know that people are like, oh my God, who done got Cat pregnant? Here's the thing. At the end of the day, she's still a grown woman. She still has hormones. Shit. We all need a little piece of dick sometime. You know what I'm saying? Like, let the lady, she can get her some dick. You know what I'm saying? Now she don't need to be having kids with the type of state that she's in because she got caregivers. You get what I'm talking about? So she really don't need to be having kids. But as far as her having sex or who having sex with her and all of that, hey, look, it's somebody for everybody. And just because people got conditions or whatnot, I don't like when people be feeling as though certain people, because of if they have a disability or if they look a certain type of way or they don't have a certain status, that they don't deserve love. I don't understand why people would think that, a human being that's walking around, that's feeling every emotion that you feel, shouldn't be able to experience life the way that you experience life just because they have a condition. Because what is it to you that she got somebody that she could mess around with, and hey, she having a good time. I don't see nothing wrong with somebody messing with her, because that's her and that other person's business. But I don't think she ought to be having kids though. But it's there now, child. But anyway, that was that. I hadn't been on her in a minute, so I decided let me go ahead and talk about some of this stuff. Before I go, uh, Cardi B, she done threw her microphone at somebody that threw water or a drink or something on her. And at first, I was riding with Cardi B, and I was like, hell yeah, she should have threw that microphone. Uh, but now she done got hit with a battery charge. People were saying that she hit the wrong person, whatever. I'm tired of people throwing stuff on stage, but it did come out that Cardi B was asking people to throw water at her. But I guess this particular person accidentally threw whatever they had, and it got in her face and all that. I guess she didn't want that. But you asking somebody to throw, everybody don't got the same aim that you got, Cardi B, the way that you was able to aim that microphone. Everybody ain't got the same aim. So I think because Cardi B, if that was like in the same instance where she was asking people to throw the water or throw something on her because she was hot and the person did it at that time, I think she just should have just dealt with it just because you asked for that. Now, if she didn't ask for that lady uh to do it, then that's different. Then she should have threw the microphone. But if she was asking people to throw something, she just should have charged it to the game and left it alone. Then she went and threw a mic at a DJ because they kept cutting off her vocals and everything. It didn't really look like to me. She threw it in a direction, but it was pretty much like she threw it on the floor. But that's neither here nor there. She shouldn't have been throwing that mic at the DJ, but that girl, depending on how that situation went, I don't blame her for that. And then her and Offset, they came out with a new song called Jealousy. I actually like the song. I like the video, but because Moneybagg Yo and Glorilla just recently did a baby boy themed video, I was just like, what y'all going to do that for? Unless y'all had already filmed it or something and it was just too late to recreate it. But I mean, what y'all did y'all have all of y'all have a conversation and talked about which scene of baby boy that y'all was gonna come out and get the doing? But that was tired, but it was cute. But it was just the fact we just seen it, so I wanted something else. But I like the song. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get off here. Make sure y'all subscribe to the Hip Hop School Past and Present podcast. I'm on there every Friday. That's the reason why y'all ain't been seeing me that much over here. I gotta do better. But I'm on there every Friday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. We also just recently started a new podcast under the same platform called Stiff Arm, where we talk about sports. It's going down. So if y'all into sports, especially football season finna start, we did the commentary on the Bud versus Spence fight. That was really, really dope. We did that this past Sunday. So we're gonna be doing those shows every Sunday. So this coming up Sunday, we'll be doing a sports show because I think preseason finna start. Whatever. We finna be doing the sports segment or what have you. So It's going down. I can't wait for football season to pop off so I can have my Packers gear on and see what Love finna do this season. A lot of the Packers, they've been worrying about what Aaron Rodgers doing in the team. They trying to build around him over at the Jets. But baby, listen, I'm a Packers fan. I'm not just a particular person's fan. You get what I'm saying? So it's go Pack go with me. So anyway, thank y'all so much for tuning in. I'm about to tune out. Y'all have a good one.
I hope you black men were paying attention. I hope you black men were paying attention.